So to get your own personal Roku setup, we're going to go to Roku.com and we're going to hit My Account. We're going to make a new account here. Unless you already have one, then you're good to go. So we're just going to fill out all this information here, and then we'll be good to go. Here it's going to ask for a PIN. I'm going to go ahead and fill that out. The next is going to ask us for payment information, but we can actually just hit the Roku button at the top and just skip this step altogether. So this is the Roku device. This is an HDMI port on one end, and it has a micro USB port on the other. Comes with this cable here. We just have to plug this cable right into the back of him, and then we have a regular USB on this side. This can either go into the USB on the TV, or if it doesn't have a USB, you can plug it into a power brick and into the wall. So that's it for this side, and then this is our remote here. One thing to notice here is that inside we have this button here. This is the syncing button, so if you ever have any issues, this is where it's located. So luckily for me, my TV has both of these right next to each other. So I'm just going to plug these in. And we're good to go. When the TV's on, we should see this indicator light blinking. That means the Roku's on and working. So now we go around and we're ready to get started. Now that we have it plugged in and ready to go, I got my remote here. I'm going to go ahead and start running through this process. So the way we do this is we have to run it off SDSU wireless. So we're going to see SDSU wireless pop up here. We're going to hit the OK button. It's going to try to connect. We tell it we're at a hotel or a college dorm. And now it's going to ask us to connect to a private network. So I'm going to pull up my phone here, and I'm going to search for the network. I don't know if you can see that. This one says direct Roku, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. It's going to ask for the password, which is up on the screen. I click join, and now it's going to ask me to log in to SDSU Wireless using my credentials here. So I'm going to go down here to the unsecured network, and then here I'm going to put in my red ID and my last name. Make sure to hit the I accept button at the bottom and hit login. Now we should see something change on the TV. There we go. So now it's connecting. Looks like we got an update to do, so I'm going to go ahead and hit OK, and it's going to update. So it just restarted here. So we're going to set the display type. And yep, that looks good. So now we need to link this to our account. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my computer here, and I'm going to follow these instructions. So we're going to go back to the Roku website. We're going to go to the My Account section, and then scroll to the bottom. You'll see the link a device. So we're going to go ahead and click that, and then we're going to fill out the code that is displayed on the TV currently. After completing this step, there's just a few more pages we need to run through. So this is the billing page. You can either choose to fill this out or you can just skip it. So this is the channel selection page. And then if this is your first time setting up a Roku on your account, you need to make sure that you at least have one of these channels selected. So I just selected Netflix, and we're just going to go ahead and disable all the rest of these. After this step is done, we're going to go ahead and go back over to the TV and complete the setup. So now it's just adding all the channels here And then should bring us to the main menu. Cool. Now we're at the main menu. So, I need to make sure that I have added Philo here. So I'm going to go back and add it. So once again, we're going to go back to the My Account section. And we're going to go to Add Channel with a Code here. It's under the Manage Account section. Here we're going to go ahead and type Philo EDU and hit Add Channel. And then we're going to go ahead and hit OK. So once this is added, we're going to go back to the Roku and finish. So if it doesn't show up right away, what I recommend doing is going down to the settings here. And then we're going to go to System. And then over to System Update. And so that'll check your account as well as the software server and see if there's anything new. So now if I go back to the menu, Philo is right there. So now we're going to try to launch it here, and it's going to ask us to essentially activate this account. So now we're going to go back over to the computer. We just need to enter this code into our Philo account, and then we'll have access. So to activate this with Philo, we're going to go to watch.philo.com, and then in the top right hand corner, we're going to hit Login with SDSU ID. To log in, just put in your SDSU ID and your password, and it should bring you to the Philo page. Once you're here, go ahead and hit the gear in the top right hand corner and hit Settings. Scroll to the bottom and you'll see Register Roku. Go ahead and click that, and now enter that 4-digit code that you see on the screen and go ahead and hit Add. So now we have access to all of our shows here, and now we have a Roku working with Philo.